Yeah, we certainly have talked about that. We've been in different places. We've been where game one, where it's back and forth, and they get one more executed play than we do, and they win the game. Now you needed a three, not just a basket, right? And we saw the game here in the regular season go back and forth, back and forth. Both teams executed their stuff. I thought we had that same mentality. We switched our mentality of just kind of cruising to the end. And we let them get fast break points, downhill, played off their defense, everything that they're great at.
How would you feel if your coach stormed into the other team's locker room after a loss? That's what players on the Connecticut Sun dealt with when Cheryl Reeve lost it after game one. But there's another story that's blowing up even bigger. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Picture this. It's the WNBA semifinals, Minnesota Lynx versus Connecticut Sun. The tension is through the roof. Everyone's on edge.
We're similar in terms of the outcomes of the games, the score. It's we're closely matched, but we could not be more different, I think. Matches up well with what we're good at, as you guys have written about, and it's been talked about, even New York series, last year, that teams that shoot threes and spread you out, that's us. I'm really pleased about that. So I think there's more differences than there are similarities. But we're closely matched in terms of outcomes.
After game one, Alyssa Thomas is flexing and yelling at the Sun bench. She's pumped, right? But Cheryl Reeve? She's not having it. Next thing you know, Reeve's storming into the Suns' locker room. Security had to step in. Can you believe it? What made Reeve snap like that? She's usually so cool. There's gotta be more to this story. But hold on, because that's not even the craziest part. You know what's wilder? The drama that's unfolding with a rookie who's not even in the playoffs. Trust me, you're gonna wanna hear this. You thought the locker room drama was intense? That's nothing compared to what's happening on the court. We're talking elbows flying, players hitting the deck, and tempers flaring. What's got these WNBA stars so fired up? Let's break it down. The playoff series between the Lynx and Sun isn't just basketball anymore. It's turned into a full contact sport. Picture this. Marina Mabrey, the Suns guard, trips Bridget Carlton. Not just a little stumble, we're talking a full-on takedown. And that's not even the half of it. Next thing you know, Mabrey's involved in another collision, this time with Nafisa Collier. It's like bumper cars out there, but with way more attitude. The refs are blowing their whistles non-stop, but it's not slowing anyone down. You'd think the coaches would be trying to calm things down, right? Nope. Cheryl Reeve, the Lynx coach, is adding fuel to the fire. She's not pulling any punches when she talks about the playoffs. Here's what she said. It's like the players always say, there's really competitive people in the playoffs. That's coach speak for it's war out there. And she's not wrong. The intensity is off the charts. Every possession feels like it could make or break the series. The players are diving for loose balls, fighting through screens, and contesting every shot like their lives depend on it. But it's not just about physical play. The men games are next level. Remember Kayla McBride? The Lynx guard got hit with a technical for taunting Mabrey. Yeah, the same Mabrey who's been in the middle of all the action. It's like a chess match, but with more trash talk and death stares. Now, you might be thinking, is this good for the WNBA? It's a fair question. On one hand, it's making headlines. People are talking about these games, sharing clips of the most intense moments. It's the kind of drama that gets casual fans invested. But there's a flip side. Some folks are worried it's going too far. They're asking if this level of physical play is sustainable. What happens if a star player gets injured because of a cheap shot? It's a thin line between exciting and dangerous. Here's the thing though. This rivalry between the Lynx and Sun, it's not new. These teams have history, bad blood, unfinished business, and now it's all boiling over in the playoffs. Every game feels like it could be the one where someone finally snaps. The fans are eating it up. The arenas are electric. You can feel the tension in the air from the moment the players step on the court. Everyone's on edge, waiting to see what happens next. Will there be another confrontation, another technical foul, another moment that gets everyone talking? The playoff intensity is off the charts, but there's another battle brewing that could change the face of the WNBA. A rookie's making headlines, challenging veterans, and even staring down coaches. Who is this bold newcomer and why is she causing such a stir? Meet Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's rookie sensation who's turning heads and breaking ankles. She's not even in the playoffs, but she's still the talk of the town. In her recent game against the Minnesota Lynx, Clark dropped 17 points and led her team to victory. But it's not just her scoring that's got everyone buzzing. Picture this, Clark's at the free throw line, and instead of focusing on her shot, she's staring down Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve. Not just a quick glance, we're talking a full-on ice-cold stare. And while she's doing that, she's hyping up the crowd like a seasoned pro. That's some next-level confidence from a rookie. But here's where things get really interesting. Clark's making waves off the court, too. Remember the 2024 Paris Olympic roster? Well, Clark's name was nowhere to be found. Fans were shocked, they were upset, and guess who they blamed? Yep, Cheryl Reeve. But hold up, because there's more to this story. Reeve's not taking this blame lying down. She came out swinging, saying, if there's ever a time for people to understand that the coach has no say in it, this is one of those times. She's basically saying, don't look at me, I don't make these decisions.
Caitlin Clark's incredible season has come to a storybook ending as she won the Rookie of the Year award.
You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of
Caitlin Clark's rookie season, it was a show. Her 769 points set a new rookie record, passing Hall of Famer Simone Augustus from her debut campaign.
Now, you might think Clark would be crushed by this Olympic snub. But nope, not our girl. She's taking it like a champ. Instead of complaining, she's using it as fuel. She's got her eyes set on the 2028 Olympics, and she's ready to work her butt off to get there. This is the kind of attitude that's making Clark a force to be reckoned with. She's not just changing games, she's changing the whole vibe of the league. Every time she steps on the court, fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see what she'll do next. And it's not just about her skills. Clark's got that star quality that's rare in rookies. She's confident, she's outspoken, and she's not afraid to go toe-to-toe with the veterans. It's like she skipped the whole paying your dues phase and went straight to I'm here to dominate. But here's the thing, Clark's impact goes beyond just her play. She's becoming a media darling. Every game, every interview, every social media post becomes news. She's got people who've never watched a WNBA game tuning in just to see what she'll do next. And let's be real, the WNBA needs this kind of excitement. Clark's bringing in new fans, sparking debates, and making women's basketball a hot topic. She's not just a player, she's becoming a movement. Just when you thought the Fever couldn't get any hotter, they've gone and lit another fire. There's a new boss in town, and she's not playing around.
The WNBA Rookie of the Year race was pretty much neck and neck for the majority of the season, but now the league has officially crowned its queen. Caitlin Clark is your 2024 WNBA Kia Rookie of the Year. My girl averaged 19.2 points a game, 5.7 rebounds, and led the league with 8.4 assists per game, and that made her the first rookie to ever lead the W in that category. And I mentioned the Rookie of the Year race being tight throughout the season, but she ended up with 66 votes from a national panel of 67 sports writers and broadcasters.
What's her grand plan for the team, and could this be the start of a Fever dynasty? You heard that right. The Indiana Fever just made a power move that's got everyone talking. They've brought in Amber Cox as their new general manager. This isn't just any hire, it's a game changer that could transform the Fever into a WNBA powerhouse. Cox isn't coming to Indiana to play it safe. She's here to shake things up and take the Fever to new heights. In her own words, she's excited to be joining the Fever during this historic time in the WNBA. And let's be real, with rising stars like Caitlin Clark on the roster, it's definitely a historic time for the team. But Cox isn't just focused on the players. She's got big plans for the fans too. She's talking about creating a world-class experience both on and off the court. That means we could be seeing some major changes in how the Fever markets itself and engages with its fan base. Think about it. The Fever's already got one of the most exciting young players in the league with Clark. Now they've got a savvy GM who knows how to build buzz and get people hyped. It's like they're putting together all the pieces for a perfect storm of basketball awesomeness. And it's not just talk, the Fever are already showing what they're capable of. Did you catch their recent game against the Lynx? They were down, but they didn't give up. They rallied back and snatched that 81-74 victory. That's the kind of fighting spirit that wins championships. Cox sees this potential. She's not just looking at the now, she's planning for the future. She's talking about building a team culture that's going to last. It's not just about winning games, it's about creating an organization that players want to be part of and fans can't get enough of. This move isn't just big for the Fever, it's huge for the entire WNBA. Think about it, you've got a team with one of the most exciting rookies in years, now paired with a GM who knows how to capitalize on star power. That's the kind of combo that can bring new fans to the sport and keep them coming back for more. It's like the perfect storm is brewing in Indiana. You've got the on-court talent with players like Clark, you've got the off-court strategy with Cox, and you've got a fan base that's hungry for success. Put it all together, and you've got a recipe for something special. But here's the thing, this is just the beginning. Cox is just getting started, and you can bet she's got more moves up her sleeve. What other changes will we see from the Fever? How will this impact their performance in the upcoming seasons? And most importantly, how will it change the landscape of the WNBA as a whole? Wow, the WNBA is on fire right now. We've got Cheryl Reeve storming locker rooms, players getting physical on the court, and Caitlin Clark staring down coaches. It's like a basketball soap opera, but way better. And just when you thought things couldn't get crazier, the Fever drops a bombshell with their new GM. Amber Cox is ready to shake things up, and with Clark on the team, you know it's gonna be wild. All this drama isn't just for show, it's making the WNBA more exciting than ever. Fans are tuning in, social media is blowing up, and everyone's talking about women's basketball. So what's next? Will we see more heated rivalries, more rookie superstars, or maybe some veteran comebacks? One thing's for sure, the WNBA's just getting started, and we're here for every second of it.